Hello, I'm Evan with New Life for Old Bikes. This past weekend I took my BMW bicycle out on a really rough trail to see how it would do. I got about 6 miles in, and when I pressed the brake I had a real loud clicking noise from the back of the bike, and then my brake handle went to the handlebars. Needless to say, I had no back brakes for the rest of the 8.5-mile ride. What happened is this spring right here, which holds the brake pads in place, had slipped. Normally this is not an option. It can't slip. There's a slot in the brake pad that prevents it from doing that. Needless to say, I had to take the caliper off the bike so I could actually remove the pads. Something that you don't necessarily need to do, and you definitely don't want to do if you have hydraulic disc brakes. Again, normally it is not necessary to remove the brake caliper from the bike to remove the brakes. However, mine was jammed up, so unfortunately I had to do it that way. Normally when you look at the caliper on the back of the bike, this is the way it sits. However, this little spring that's between the two pads is turned the other direction. Mine had somehow slipped out, and I had to take this off to get it out of there. But normally you pull that pin out, and all you have to do is slide the pads out the other side. By the way, some of the pads will actually have a screw going through it or a pin of some kind that you have to remove. These are the brake pads off the back of the bike. As you can see, the material is present on this one, but it's actually fallen off of this one. That's why my pin was able to slide out. I've turned the caliper sideways so you can see what I'm doing. And this is what you would see from the inside. You would just simply slide the pad in and then slide the other pad in on top of it. Just make sure the material is going toward the inside. Once you have both brake pads in place, simply squeeze the spring together and slide it between the pads. It will lock in place. That's how it's supposed to look right there. Let's put this back on the bike. I'm screwing the adjuster all the way in. Once I've got the barrel adjuster back in, I'm going to put my brake cable back in place and put it underneath the cable clamp. I'm going to tighten up the brakes all the way and then back off just a little bit and tighten them up. When your brakes are adjusted properly, your handle should go no further than approximately 1/2 between its relaxed position and the handlebars. Backing off the barrel adjuster on the brake handle or the barrel adjuster on the brake caliper will increase the tension and thereby reduce the pull on your handle. We're going to do the front brake pads without taking the caliper off the bike. This one isn't jammed up, so it should be fairly easy to do. On this particular caliper, I don't have a pin going through here to hold this, so all I have to do is grab the spring with a pair of pliers and pull it out, and then slide the brake pads through the caliper. This front brake pad did the same thing that the other one did. Again, make sure that the brake material is pointed in toward the rotor. And slide the spring back in. Just a quick note here, this one required the outside brake pad to be installed first. This particular brake needs to be adjusted out a little bit, and I'm just screwing the barrel adjuster out. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you learned something from it and enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget, like and subscribe.